Hi guys, in this tutorial we're going to be looking at working with tables in HTML. Right, the different types of information that we can display in a table. Right, why would we need a table? Think about like a news report or statistics, or even look at your Excel sheet. Right, it's basically tables, and it's like a spreadsheet of tables basically. Right, so there are several types of information that we can display in a grid or a table, like sports results, stock reports, timetables, like maybe a bus route timetable or a train timetable, stuff like that. But when we represent information in a table, we need to think in terms of a grid to make up of rows and columns. So we're looking at it as rows and columns. So basically something like this, right? This looks ugly, but take it like that, right? So we're going to be creating something like this. And so to be able to do this, we need to understand how to present tables. All right, so that's what we're going to do. So what are the basic table structure? All right, so this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to take all of this out so we can start from scratch. Right, okay, let's do this. So yes, that's empty. So what are the basic table structure? The first one we have is called table. So we're going to write table. So we're going to say table and then close table. All right, so that's the first thing we have. So this is where everything will sit, right? So everything will sit in the table. So we're telling the computer we're beginning to create tables. We're drawing the table. So the first thing we'll write is TR. This is the table row, right? That's the table row. So TR is a tag that stands for table row. All right. So you just write it down just in case. So this is table row. Yeah. Okay. So now that we have a row, how many columns do we want to have? Yeah, we can decide that we want to have 2 columns. And to write columns or to create columns, we use TD. All right, so this is a basic structure. So let's say the first one will be Esther, moi, or what should we call it? Mensa. Yeah. And the second one, so that's the first column, right? And the second column would be Daniel, Chidi. Yeah, so that's first 2 columns, first row. We're going to create a second row. So to do that, we're going to say TR again. So we want to create another row, but first let's display the first row, and you see that. So you can see it's pretty blank. You can't even tell that it's a table. If we want to differentiate, we can add border. Let's add border to this. So border equals 1 as an example, and save that. Now you can see it, right? So you can see that it's a table. So basically this is creating our first table. So let me just explain this a bit. So table is how you create a table, right? That's telling the computer you're about to work on tables. And the second thing is that you need to tell the computer you want to draw a row. So you're saying TR, that means this row, right? But in this row, how many columns do I want to have? Right now we have 2. If we want another column, we would have to add TD and say John, what's his name again? France, whatever, and save. So you can see it's creating another row, another column, right, in the row. But now we just want 2, right? So we can take this out and save it, and it's back to this. Now if we want another row, we need to create another TR. Basically as simple as that. And now we need to add TD, so it's another one, right? So TD, so we'll say Bob Doe, first one, and then TD. Actually, let's make this score. So 4.0, and then this will be another score of, so estimates the score. So like as a report card, 3.5 is an example, and save that. So this basically becomes scores, right? So this is how you create tables in HTML. You can also add backgrounds if you want, right? You can also add backgrounds to your table. But for now, let me see you create this. Take your time, work on it, create your own table. And I'll see you in the next lesson where we'll add, background and do just a little bit of styling and heading. And we'll add a table heading in HTML. So I'll see you in the next lesson.